Have you ever wondered how your dog actually sees you? Does he know you're human? The answer might surprise you. Because even though we treat our dogs with love, affection, and even sweet words, the way they perceive the world is very different from ours. And maybe, in your dog's mind, you're not even a human. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the canine mind to uncover how your dog sees you, how he interprets your actions, and most importantly, how that affects the bond between you. Understanding how dogs perceive the world around them, including their humans, is essential to strengthening your relationship with your pet and avoiding common mistakes in daily interactions. How dogs see the world. Can you imagine how your dog sees the things around him? A dog's vision is quite different from ours, and that directly influences how they perceive us. Contrary to popular belief, dogs don't see the world in black and white. They do see colors, just in a limited way. While humans have 3 types of cones in their eyes that allow us to see a wide range of colors, dogs have only 2. That means they see the world in shades of blue, yellow, and gray. Red, for example, might look brown or even dark to them. But this isn't a flaw, it's an adaptation. Dog vision is much more sensitive to movement and low light, which made a big difference back when they needed to hunt at dawn or dusk. What dogs lack in color perception, they more than make up for with other senses. Their sense of smell, for instance, is incredibly powerful. The part of their brain dedicated to smell is about 40 times larger than ours in proportion. That means they can detect scents at levels we can't even imagine. They can smell our emotional state, where we've been, and even hormonal changes in our bodies. Their hearing is also much sharper. Dogs can hear sounds at frequencies that are completely out of our range. Plus, they can pick up noises from much farther away and pinpoint exactly where the sound is coming from. That's why they react to noises we don't notice, or get restless before a storm even begins. All of this creates a sensory experience that's totally different from ours. For your dog, the world isn't just made of images, it's made of smells, sounds, and subtle movements. And it's based on that perception that he builds his image of you. Not as a human with 2 arms and 2 legs, but as a familiar, safe presence full of signals he knows and loves. The hierarchical relationship. To understand how your dog relates to you, you need to dive into the social logic of dogs. They're pack animals, direct descendants of wolves, and they carry within their instincts a structure of coexistence based on hierarchy. In a dog's view, every member of the pack has a role. And that role isn't defined by physical strength or who yells the loudest, but by who shows confidence, consistency, and control over resources. To a dog, the leader is the one who guides, protects, and organizes. The one who decides when it's time to go out, eat, play, or rest. And most importantly, the one who provides emotional stability. This doesn't mean they see the leader as a boss in the human sense of the word, but rather as someone who holds a specific place within the pack, which, to them, is the family they live with. When a dog doesn't see clear leadership, he may try to take on that role himself. This happens, for example, when the owner is too permissive, inconsistent, or unsure in everyday decisions. The dog isn't doing this out of defiance or rebellion. He's doing it because, instinctively, he believes someone needs to fill that space. And if no one does, he will. This hierarchical dynamic directly affects the dog's behavior. A dog who feels responsible for the household may become more reactive, more anxious, or even aggressive. He might bark excessively, guard objects or people, or resist simple commands. All of this reflects a confusion of roles within the social structure he recognizes. On the other hand, when the owner establishes balanced leadership, the dog relaxes. He understands he doesn't need to make decisions, that he's safe, and that he can simply be a dog. This has nothing to do with domination or punishment. It's about clear communication, well-defined boundaries, and a routine that provides predictability. Hierarchy for dogs is a way to organize the world. And when that organization is respected, life together becomes much more harmonious. Your dog doesn't need to think like a human. He just needs to understand his place within the structure around him. And when that place is clearly defined, it brings security, trust, and emotional balance. So let's talk about how you can reinforce that leadership in a positive way, without being authoritarian, and build a relationship based on respect and cooperation. Positive leadership. Being a leader to your dog means being a safe reference point. It means showing through actions, not force, that he can trust you to make decisions, resolve conflicts, and keep everything under control. It starts with simple things, like establishing a clear routine. Dogs feel more secure when they know what to expect from the day. Walk times, meals, rest periods. That predictability helps reduce anxiety and reinforces the idea that you're in charge. Another key point is communication. Dogs don't understand words the way we do, but they're masters at reading body language, tone of voice, and energy. When you give a command, what matters isn't just what you say, but how you say it. A calm, firm no with confident posture is far more effective than a sudden shout. And when you reward positive behavior with affection, treats, or playtime, you're reinforcing the idea that following your lead brings good things. Positive leadership also means knowing when to step in and when to let your dog figure things out on his own. For example, if he's feeling unsure in a new environment or around another animal, your calm presence and encouragement can help him feel more confident. But if you react with tension or overprotection, he might interpret that something's wrong, and that only increases his fear. Over time, this balanced leadership builds a relationship of mutual respect. Your dog starts to trust you, follow your guidance naturally, and feel more at ease day to day. And you, as the owner, begin to better understand his needs, anticipate behaviors, and create a much more harmonious life together. How your dog interprets you. It might sound strange at first, but your dog doesn't see you as a human the way we recognize each other. To him, you're part of the pack, a being with a unique smell, voice, energy, and behavior, but still a member of the group. And there are clear signs that he sees you this way. One of the first signs is how he communicates with you. Dogs use a rich body language to interact with other dogs, and with you too. When he wags his tail, licks your face, or even lies on his back, he's using social signals typical of his species, not trying to imitate a human. Another sign is when he tries to protect you. If your dog barks at strangers approaching, positions himself between you and someone else, or becomes more alert in certain situations, he's taking on a guardian role. This is common in dogs who feel responsible for the safety of the pack. He's not doing it because he thinks you're weak or different, but because to him, you're part of the group, and groups protect each other. There's also the following the leader behavior. If your dog follows you around the house, waits for you to move before deciding what to do, or only eats when you give the signal, it shows he recognizes your place in the social structure. He's not obeying because he understands human rules, but because he's instinctively following the behavior of a more influential pack member. And then there are the moments of affection. When he leans on you to sleep, brings you toys like gifts, or even just watches you quietly, he's showing connection. This kind of behavior is common among dogs who have strong bonds with other members of the group. He's not thinking this person is a human, but rather this person is my reference, my companion, my safe place. Understanding that your dog doesn't see you as a human, but as part of his pack, completely changes the way we relate to these amazing companions. When we start to see the world through their eyes, or better yet, through their nose, ears, and heart, we can build a much richer, more respectful, and balanced relationship. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other pet parents who love their dogs and want to better understand the canine world. Now tell us in the comments, have you ever noticed any of these signs in your dog? We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.